Let's see if ChatGPT will understand. So, with stable coins, in your opinion or your information you can source, is it possible that the stable coins will be used for everyday people to go in and out of stores, everyday stores such as Walmarts and grocery stores, in the future or near future to buy or purchase their goods through their banks using stable coins?
Yes, it's quite plausible that stablecoins will become a common payment method in everyday settings, groceries, big box stores, etc., in the near future. And there are several trends and signals pointing strongly in that direction. Why this seems likely. Research by FIS Global shows that banks view stablecoins as a primary candidate for peer to peer payments and online shopping, 45.1% and 44.3% of respondents, respectively. So the underlying demand is there. FISGlobal.com. A report by suggests that stablecoins used in next generation payment infrastructure could reach very high transaction volumes. They estimate daily transaction volumes of at least USD 250 billion within a few years if adoption continues. McKinsey.com. Payment infrastructure companies, fintechs, and merchants are already integrating or piloting stablecoin support. For example, one article notes that merchants and brands are actively planning for stablecoin adoption in commerce, with infrastructure partners like PayPal, MasterCard, and payment rails to handle stablecoins. Regulatory frameworks are advancing, like the US for stablecoins, which removes one major barrier to mainstream adoption, Genius Act for stablecoins, which removes one major barrier to mainstream adoption. If stablecoin issuers are properly regulated under the law, merchants and banks will feel safer accepting them. Important caveats and hurdles. Even though infrastructure is advancing, merchant integration at scale, grocery checkout, big box stores, etc., is still early. The article from Politico points out that only 2% of US adults were using crypto for payments at the moment of writing, so there's a significant gap. Stability backing regulation. For widespread use, stablecoins need to be very reliable, peg stability, redeemability, regulation. If a stablecoin fails the backing test or regulatory environment is unclear, merchants will hesitate. Wallets, consumer behavior, UX. For everyday retail use, you need a frictionless wallet, payment rails, regulatory compliance, and consumer familiarity. That takes time. The article says transforming behavior from cards, cash to stablecoins will take a while. Merchant cost and infrastructure. Accepting stablecoins means merchant terminals, settlement systems, accounting, tax finance adjustments. Big retailers will move when the business case is clear: fees, settlement speed, risk. The regulatory environment in the US is still catching up in areas like tax, KYC, AML, stablecoin regulation, even with the Genius Act, so risks remain.
All right. So, clearly, the setup is for um, instantaneous shopping and payment.